Good afternoon and welcome to the December 2024 University of Nebraska-Lincoln Graduate Commencement. I'm Rodney Bennett, Chancellor of Nebraska's land-grant flagship Big Ten Research University. Thank you for joining us today in Pinnacle Bank Arena and live on our website around the world for this special moment in the lives of our graduates and in the life of this university. Please rise if you're able as Margot Porter, Doctor of Musical Arts Voice Performance student in our Glencore School of Music, leads us in the singing of our national anthem. Pursuant to an act of Congress, those who have served in the military may salute even though not in uniform.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets would flame, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, Saint was that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the and the home of the brave.
Thank you. You may be seated. Today, we are here to celebrate the remarkable achievements, perseverance, and dedication that has brought the graduating class of 2024 to this significant milestone in their lives. As students, you have raised our level of critical thinking and creative activity as a world-leading institution of higher learning, adding to the legacy of alumni who have earned their degree at Nebraska. We are proud of each of you. In your program, you will find a message from me. In part, it reads, as the class of 2024, you are notable in many ways, not least the which is your perseverance. Many of you began your journey at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln during the height of the pandemic. Nevertheless, you persisted, earned your degrees, and now possess the tools to contribute to communities across Nebraska and beyond. Congratulations are always in order each commencement day, but today is notable because of your exceptional determination and perseverance through extraordinary obstacles. Each person gathered here today is proud of what you have accomplished. You are a graduate of one of the greatest universities in the world, the University of Nebraska, Lincoln. Today we present degrees to this accomplished group of scholars earning master's and doctoral degrees. You now share in this impressive UNL heritage. At this time, please direct your attention to the Husker Vision screen for warm congratulations to our students from Dr. Pete Eklund, who serves as President of Faculty Senate, Elizabeth Herbin, who is our President of the Association of Students and UNL Regent, then Jim Carr, President of the Graduate Student Assembly, and Mr. Jordan Gonzalez, President of Staff Council. Please turn your attention to the video monitor.
Congratulations. Representing the faculty at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I would like to offer you the absolute warmest congratulations on your recent and amazing successes that helped you arrive at this momentous day. As someone who has all three of their degrees from the Big Ten, I can easily say that it is an amazing launching pad for starting the next significant life chapter, whether it is entering the workforce, furthering your education, or exploring other paths. Your professors, advisors, teachers, research mentors, and extension educators are behind you all of the way. We celebrate with you the experience, knowledge, skills, and work. And we have enjoyed watching you grow in problem-solving skills, researching, growing intellectually, or becoming the human you were meant to be. Always remember that this is not an ending, but a new beginning of amazing things to come. We are proud of your accomplishments and wish you great successes and happiness. Welcome to an elite club, being an alum of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
Congratulations, Huskers. Today is a monumental achievement in each of your lives that you should be proud of yourselves for. The hard work that each of you have poured into your academics is celebrated today by those who have supported you and your fellow Huskers. As your new journey begins, know you carry with you the support and pride of the Husker family. The friendships, memories, and lessons you've gathered during your time at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln will be a guiding light in the years to come. Congratulations again, graduates, and go Big Red.
Graduates, today marks a significant milestone in your lives, a testament to your dedication, hard work, and perseverance. I am honored to congratulate each of you on this incredible achievement. You have excelled academically and grown as individuals ready to face the world with courage and resilience. Remember, the journey doesn't end here. It's just the beginning of a new chapter filled with endless possibilities. May your future endeavors be as bright and successful as your time here at UNL. Congratulations and all the best.
Howdy, Huskers. Congratulations on achieving this important milestone in your life. Staff embody the university's core mission of ensuring that every interaction with every student matters. There's a proverb that says, "It takes a village to support a person." We're grateful to have been your village, your support, and your hype crew over the past 4 or more years. From our custodians and career coaches to our public safety and student affairs professionals, it's been our pleasure to support you and watch you grow up to build confidence to tackle the big challenges of our time and change the world. We're proud to play a small but significant role during your college experience at Nebraska. On behalf of the more than 4,000 hardworking staff members at the university, congratulations on your graduation. The world is a better place because of people like you. Go Big Red.
Thank you, Pete, Elizabeth, Ben, and Jordan. We are always pleased when administrative leaders of the University of Nebraska system or members of the University of Nebraska Board of Regents can join us and congratulate our students on commencement day. The Board of Regents, the governing body for the University of Nebraska consists of 8 voting members elected by district for 6-year terms. The board also includes 4 non-voting student regents, 1 from each University of Nebraska campus, who served during their tenure as student body president. The board provides strategic leadership to the university, promoting and advocating for the advancement of the university's mission of education, research, and outreach. Among the board's many duties, the most important includes selecting the president of the university and approving the budget and tuition rates. I would ask each individual to stand as their name is read. President of the University of Nebraska, Dr. Jeffrey Gold. Interim Executive Vice President and Provost, Dr. David Jackson. Regent Jack Stark. Regent Tim Clare. And University of Nebraska Lincoln Student Regent, Elizabeth Herbin. Please join me in thanking each of these individuals for being with us today. Also joining me on stage and on the arena floor are members of the senior administration of the university. Each member is listed in your program. They provide leadership in all facets of university operations, and even though they may be invisible to you, each of you today have been affected by the hard work and dedication of these outstanding servant leaders. I would ask these administrators to please stand if you're able to do so, and so that we might recognize you appropriately. Thank you all. I now welcome to the podium President Gold. President Gold has held several roles in the University of Nebraska system since 2014, including Chancellor of the University of Nebraska Medical Center, Chancellor of the University of Nebraska at Omaha, and Executive Vice President and Provost. He began his role as President of the system on July 1st of this year, and is leading us on an amazing odyssey to the extraordinary, designed to elevate the University of Nebraska's national stature and competitiveness. Please help me welcome to the podium President Jeffrey Gold.
Thank you for those kind words, Chancellor Bennett, and I too want to echo my warm welcome to the families and friends and colleagues of our graduates today. I also wish to extend my deepest thanks and best wishes for the holiday season to all of you, of course, including our faculty and our staff and the leadership of the University of Nebraska Lincoln campus. I'd also like to particularly thank Executive Vice Chancellor Kathy Ankerson, if you don't mind. Kathy, it's been just a privilege and an honor to work with you, and we all owe you a deep debt of gratitude. I've learned a huge amount from our time together, and I think it makes us all better, so thank you for that, for everything. However, the few minutes that I have with you, and I do mean few, they told me I had to stay less than 45. No, I'm only kidding. 425, I just left the dash out of the middle. Are to our graduates today, particularly to say to each of you that achieving a degree on higher education, particularly achieving an advanced degree, a master's or a doctoral level degree, advanced graduate certificates, etc., is a tremendous amount of work. It requires your time, your perseverance, of course. Resources of all types go into it as well. And I'm sure that you got a lot out of it, and you will use it wisely. I have no concerns or doubts about that. But I also want to make the point that it also contains with it a tremendous responsibility on your part to pay it forward. The very, very small percentage of citizens of our country and of our state that have advanced degrees, such as those that you have in this room, have a unique responsibility. And in a world of tremendous geopolitical and ideologic divisions, the only thing that is completely clear to me on a day-to-day basis is that higher education is the critical solution to social mobility, to addressing poverty, to addressing injustice. It is the only solution to protecting our great democracy. And each of you seated in the room today are exemplars of why that is so important. The other message that I'd like to share with you relates to your potential. You should never doubt your potential. I encourage you all to think big thoughts and go after them. You know, there are two quotes that have always meant a great deal to me. One is from the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, which is that the only way to truly see the future is to create it. And the other one was somebody who you may never have heard quotes from. That was Mr. Henry Ford, legendary entrepreneur, inventor, and citizen of our country, who said, whether you think you can do something, no matter how big or small it is, or you think that you can't, you're almost certainly right. There is no doubt in my mind that each of you gathered here today with your colleagues and friends, family, and all of the community that has made this day possible for you, you can do anything you want to do. Go Huskers, and God bless you on your journey. Thank you.
Thank you, President Gold. The university faculty and staff form the heart of this university. We are deeply grateful for them for their time and efforts in helping our students reach their educational goals. Throughout the arena, you will see university marshals in red robes assisting with the ceremony. They are faculty and staff volunteers led by our head marshal, Robert Gorman. Professor Gorman is Associate Professor of Classics and Religious Studies. We're also grateful to members of the faculty and staff who are attending commencement. Will all members of our faculty and staff throughout the arena please stand? Please join me in recognizing our university marshals and university colleagues who are present today. Thank you so very much. You may be seated. Graduates, seldom does a person accomplish something as important and as challenging as earning an academic degree without the support of many people. This is our opportunity to thank parents, grandparents, family, and friends who share in the limelight of this occasion. Let us give family and friends a great big Husker round of applause for all of their support. We will now confer honorary degrees upon two exceptional Nebraskans who have distinguished themselves through extraordinary achievements within the state of Nebraska and the United States of America. Regent Jack Stark, will you please escort our first recipient, Kenneth M. Bird, to the podium and assist in the hooding of the candidate, along with President Gold. Dr. Kenneth M. Bird is founder of Avenue Scholars, a nonprofit entity that serves youth education in Omaha, Nebraska. He served as the president and chief executive officer from June of 2008 to September 1st of 2024. Dr. Bird previously served as superintendent of West Side Community Schools in Omaha from 1992 until May of 2008. and he has also held various administrative positions within Westside Community Schools since 1981. He was employed by the Nebraska Department of Education from 1974 to 1981 and as a special education teacher at Westside Community Schools from 1970 to 1974. Dr. Bird's broad range of board experience is also considerable and extensive. He is active in local, state, and national professional organizations as a member of various advisory councils, committees, and task force. Dr. Bird serves as a director or trustee on a number of civic boards, and he has been the recipient of several professional leadership and community service awards. Dr. Bird and his wife, Annie, are also co-chairs of the UNL College of Education and Human Sciences Campaign Committee. Dr. Bird, in recognition of your extraordinary achievements in the field of education, in honor of a lifetime of leadership excellence, in respect for your distinguished philanthropy at the local, state, and national levels of advocating for Nebraska citizens and students, and in gratitude for your loyalty and exceptional service to the state of Nebraska and to your alma mater. The University of Nebraska confers upon you, Kenneth M. Bird, the honorary degree Doctor of Education, with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Bird. Regent Tim Clare, would you please escort our second recipient, Marion Lorman, to the podium and assist in the hooding of the candidate. Mrs. Lorman is also being assisted by her son, Craig, and President Gold. Marion Patton Lorman was born on September 21st, 1921 in Lincoln, Nebraska. She graduated from Lincoln High School in 1939 and attended the University of Nebraska, where she was a member of Alpha Phi sorority. Regrettably, due to the Depression and World War II, she was unable to complete her education at the university. While at the university, Marion met Harold Lorman of McCook, Nebraska. They were married on October 10, 1942, in Washington, D.C. While Harold served in the Pacific Theater during World War II, she worked for the FBI as a stenographer in San Diego, California. After the war, they settled in McCook, where they lived for over 60 years. Marion's main interests have been music and community service. In McCook, she was a soprano soloist in the church choir and community chorus, a member of the Manatee Music Club, and served on the school board, Hospital Foundation Board, United Fund, and University of Nebraska Foundation trustee. A 76-year member of the philanthropic educational organization Sisterhood, Marion was the Nebraska State President in 1986 and is a member of Chapter D.L. Lincoln. In the late 1960s, Marion took up flying and achieved her instrument and glider ratings and commercial pilot license. She was instrumental in organizing an official stop in McCook for the Powder Puff Derby, a cross-country air race for women pilots. Marion has been blessed with a long, full life. Her positive attitude and gracious living have been an inspiration to her family, her friends, and her community. Her guide to living is applicable to all, both young and old. Always be grateful, adjust to the situation, do your best, and perhaps most importantly, to smile. In recognition of her lifetime of achievements in supporting and encouraging students in education and the arts, in honor of her service to America during World War II, in respect for her adventuresome and generous Nebraska spirit that led to an unwavering commitment to the University of Nebraska, her community and family, and in gratitude for her example to all of us for a life well lived and worthy of recognition, the University of Nebraska confers upon Marion Laverne Patton Lorman the honorary degree Doctor of Fine Arts with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. We will now begin awarding earned degrees. Grad images will photograph the candidates as they receive their degrees. The company will contact you to offer photos from today's ceremony. Instructions on how to place an order are also listed in your program. Dr. Deborah Hope, Associate Vice Chancellor and Dean of Graduate Education, will now present the candidates for doctoral degrees. The names of the candidates will be read by Mike Zelny, our Vice Chancellor of Business and Finance, as each student crosses the stage.
Chancellor Bennett, I have the honor to present to you students from the Graduate College who have fulfilled all the requirements for the degrees Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, or Doctor of Musical Arts. These students will be accompanied to the stage by their faculty mentors and will receive their doctoral hood and diploma. Doctoral degrees are listed in your program beginning on page 14. Will these doctoral candidates please stand?
By the authority of the state of Nebraska, vested in the Board of Regents, and upon recommendation from the graduate faculty, I confer upon each of you the respective degrees pertaining to your studies: Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Musical Arts, according to the particular requirements completed, with all of the associated privileges, responsibilities, honors thereto appertaining. Please be seated, and you will be directed by the marshals to cross the stage to receive your diploma.
Jessica Mitchell McCullough. Hector Palala Martinez. Faiza Afshar Hatam. Khalid El-Kadi. Riza Faruji Mer. Manur Asif, presented by Professor Stephen Wegolo. Jonathan Bain, presented by Professor David Berkowitz. Gaurav Kudalkar, presented by Professor David Berkowitz. Balaji Balasubramaniam, presented by Professor Justin Bradley. Sarah Barker Ladd, presented by Professor Holly Hatton. Shine Bafi, presented by Professor Hamid Vakalzadian. Amanda Bergeron Bauer, presented by Professor Gina Matkin. Kara Brandt, presented by Professor Gina Matkin. John Sleeter, presented by Professor Gina Matkin. Ashley Biggie, presented by Professor Sheila Purdom. Jamlik Odiake Bosere, presented by Professor Amy Napoli. Addison Carroll, presented by Professor Paul Koninoff. Bruno Chavez Moroni Pinto, presented by Professor Karina Schoengold. Yushuan Chen, presented by Professor David Yule. Deepa Chaudhary, presented by Professor Barry Chung. Matthew Winburn, presented by Professor Barry Chung. Neaz Bahar Chowdhury, presented by Professor Rajib Saha. Diana Morris, presented by Professor Rajib Saha.
Corre battendo i piedi ogni momento.
Ana Cienfuegos Silvera, presented by Professor Eve Brank. James Clothier, presented by Professor Reka Howard. Abigail DeVidio Long, presented by Professor Bo Deng. Adam Erickson, presented by Professor Abdelghani Larawi.
E del soverchio gelo, batteri i denti.
Nicole Fiori, presented by Professor Carrie Weber. Jordan Foreman Black, presented by Professor Eric Buss. Deepak Jimare, presented by Professor Bijas Maharjan. Fei He, presented by Professor Lamar Yang.
Gir forte, struzzolare, cadere a terra, di nuovo ir sopra il ghiaccio e correr forte sinché il ghiaccio si rompa e si disseta. Sentir uscire
Molly Heron, presented by Professor Janelle Reeves.
senti in guerra, questo è il verbo.
Connor Hines, presented by Professor Nicole Buwan. Kazi Albab Hussein, presented by Professor Yusong Lee. M. Didi Darul Islam, presented by Professor Yeyin Shi. J. Jeffries, presented by Professor Jim Bovaird. Katie Johnson Sprague, presented by Professor Lorraine Males. Stephen Kaiser, presented by Professor Afzan Chifchi. Amardeep Kaur, presented by Professor L.J. McElravy. Andrew Laycamp, presented by Professor Matthew Spangler. Colby Lamb, presented by Professor Yvonne Lai. Ji Young Lee, presented by Professor Carrick Detweiler and Professor Chungwook Sim. Tianlin Lee, presented by Professor Jia Hong. Funny Lee, presented by Professor Rebecca Roston and Professor James Schnabel. Sujun Leo, presented by Professor Devin Rose. Suraj Lohani, presented by Professor Chingsang Lee. Waraporn Malman, presented by Professor Jane Stratton. Sri Bhavya Muva, presented by Professor Martin Centurion. Sarah Paulus, presented by Professor Su-Young Hong. Yao Yao, presented by Professor Su-Young Hong. Matthew Pekarik, presented by Professor Angela Paneer. Matthew Penny, presented by Professor Wei Chiao. Anne Stratman, presented by Professor Wei Chow. Luzviminda Ann Ramos Sazon, presented by Professor Nicholas Cafaro Lamenza. Syed Kamar Abbas Shah, presented by Professor Christian Binnick. Anu Singh, presented by Professor Heidi Deefus Dukes. Bradley Smith, presented by Professor Rafael de Ala. Meghna Sur, presented by Professor J. Reddy. Sumaya Tabassum, presented by Professor Jenny Dower. Jeremy Vanderslice, presented by Professor Jeffrey Shield. Mohammed Baba Yusuf, presented by Professor James Checo. Jennifer Booth Bell, presented by Professor Guy Trainin, receiving the Doctor of Education. Charla Brandt, presented by Professor Sarah Zuckerman. Javier Barreto Olea, presented by Professor Hans Sturm.
Graduates for a Juris Doctorate degree in the College of Law will be presented by Dean Richard Moberly.
Will the graduates from the College of Law please rise? Chancellor, it is my honor to present these students who have fulfilled all the requirements for the degree Juris Doctor and, where appropriate, Masters of Business Administration.
By the authority of the state of Nebraska, vested in the Board of Regents, and upon recommendation from the faculty, I confer upon you the degree Juris Doctorate and, where appropriate, Masters of Business Administration, with all of the associated privileges, responsibilities, honors thereto appertaining. Please come forward to receive your diploma.
Receiving the Juris Doctor, Philip Jeffrey Abraham. Brian Loader.
Will the candidates for master's degrees please rise? Chancellor Bennett, I have the honor to present to you students from the Graduate College who have fulfilled all requirements for master's degrees.
By the authority of the state of Nebraska, vested in the Board of Regents, and upon recommendation from the faculty, I confer upon each of you a master's degree according to your particular curriculum and course of study, with all of the associated privileges, responsibilities, and honors thereto appertaining. Please be seated. You will be directed by the marshals to come to the stage to receive your diploma. Master's degrees are listed in your program beginning on page number 17.
Timothy Jerome Thompson, Sr. Camila Ramos de Matos Carvalho Marone. Diane Alexandra Hayes. Natalie Jones. Jade Krieger. Montana Lynn Marcus. Omar Rogers. Madeline Werner. Michael Sornes. Isabella Benson. Emma Catherine Braze. Stephanie Galdamez. Joshua Lee Gerard. Megan Hay. Amber Hollenbeck. Heath Howard. Gail Kerr McFadden. Jay Kapersky. Noor Marcel. Sarah Morrow. Augustine Akwaradudu. Ashley Payne. Jack Riley. Amber Rothschild. Aaron Sanderford. Megan Smits. Joel White. Anna Marie Elizabeth Williamson. Daniel Claw. Thiad Constantine. Jessica Cortez. Handin Nuthian Do. Andrew Gill. Lauren Hargraves. Nathan Johnston. Mimi Liu. Jennifer Martin. Jacob McCoy. Dan Moliff. Nicholas Parker. Preston Phelps. Adam Quinn. Chris Solway. Benjamin Scott. Trevor Willenborg. Jahangir. Austin Fangman. Eli Green. Joshua Hearing. Matthew Lyons. Kevin Todd Porter. Samantha Marie Medina Smith. Moises Amador Acevedo Rodriguez. Hogwang An. Justin Book. Benjamin Brandt. Miranda Cairns. Hannah Cramosta. Olivia Eno. Andrew Goki. Matthew Hoffman. Mary Grace Kilgore. Evan King. Nibao Kwok. Lincoln Ron. Sue Ellen Richardson. Anna Robinson. Morgan Wallinger. Whitney Woolen-Weber. Youssef Abutaleb. Osman Adam. Akboda Aitbayeva. Masnoon Ali. Abdul Hakam Al Maghzoub. Daniel Anderson. Megan Appelt. Kate Ann Asmus. Daniel Basul. Anjana Devi Bandari. Prabhashish Bose. Camila Kiaranda Rodriguez. Elizabeth Mi Chu. Marina Dalabetta. Ariel Dottie. Leanne Detterman. Jeremy Detmer. Madeline Ewing. Rana Farasati. Alicia Danielle K. Fisher. Axel Isidro Garcia Gomez. Charity Grummert. Brenna Gutierrez. Ashley Hahn. Naoshin Hawk. Lexi Him. Shelby Davies Jenkins. Adam Johnson. Myung-ha Kwang. Lithma Rawangi Kiryasam Heti Gamaj. Praptiva Karki. Lauren Keefe. Shinji Ku. Zicheng Li. Molly Likens. Ching Liu. Miranda Lazoya. Mohammed Jafar Majid. Carson Morgan. Erica Lynn Murray. Braxton Newkirk. Caleb Nielsen. Brian Anya Enso. Amanda Ottersberg. Grace Pacheco Huron. Mafuza Rahman Doreen. Elliot Rankin. Trevor Schleich. Narayan Selva Kumar. Rachel Sherrick. Miranda Smith. Aaron Sutton. Keely Tierney. Laura Vasquez. Sebastian Vasquez Gasti. Cleve Young. Yichen Bai. Amiro Tedessa Zula.
Would each of you join me in a Husker round of applause for all of our students who earned the doctoral and master's degrees today? As we near the end of our ceremony this afternoon, I'd like to thank those who have helped to make today such a special day. I want to begin by thanking members of the University of Nebraska faculty brass and percussion and our national anthem soloists. They have assured me that on one of the ceremonies we're going to play Purple Rain, but it was not going to be today. So there's that to look forward to. I also extend special appreciation to the staff who worked to ensure that each student received your actual diploma today. If you have not opened your diploma case, the goods are there. Today, you walk home with your actual diploma. I want to thank, absolutely. I'd also like to thank Husker Vision, the Nebraska Alumni Association, the University Marshall Corps, and the University Commencement and Recognition Committee, chaired by Dr. Vanessa Gorman, for the great care that they took in planning every aspect of this afternoon's ceremony. Please help me in thanking those individuals. Graduates, the pin that you received today from the Nebraska Alumni Association designates you as a UNL graduate. Wear it proudly. You are now part of an alumni network that reaches worldwide. Please direct your attention to the Husker Vision screen for a message from Shelley Zaborowski, the Executive Director of our Nebraska Alumni Association.
Congratulations, graduates. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Nebraska alumni family. Today you join a family of more than 200,000 Huskers living all around the world. I encourage you to stay connected with the university and your fellow alumni as you go forth. The path for your Nebraska experience was paved by those who came before you. It now becomes your privilege to pay it forward to the next generation of Huskers. As an alum, there are volunteer opportunities to mentor current students, chances to share your experiences and skills to lift up other graduates, and strengthen your alma mater for the classes of Nebraska students who will walk this campus in the years to come. Being an engaged alumnus is just the next chapter in your story here. Your days as a student are over, but you're part of the Husker family for life. Once again, congratulations, and go Big Red.
Thank you, Shelley. Will the members of the class of 2024 please stand? Graduates, in just a moment, I will ask you to move your tassel on the mortarboard from the right to the left. The symbolic gesture will identify you as a University of Nebraska graduate. We salute you and look forward to the great things that you will accomplish while applying your education to make the world a better place. We thank you for making us a better university, and we are proud of your accomplishments. We hope that the pride that we have in you is reciprocal, and that wherever you go, you are eager to proclaim that you are a graduate of the University of Nebraska. At this time, please move your tassel from the right to the left as we salute you as graduates of the University of Nebraska, Lincoln. Thank you, and you may be seated. In the final moments that we have together for this commencement exercise, I'd like to recognize a very special colleague who will retire in just a few short weeks, Kathy Ankerson, and ask her to please stand for just a moment. She asked me not to do this, but as Chancellor, I don't always listen. I'd like to take a moment to thank Kathy Ankerson, our Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, who is retiring at the end of the year, as I mentioned just a moment ago. Kathy's career as an architect and designer includes 35 years in higher education, with 24 of those years right here at the University of Nebraska. At UNL, she has served as professor and associate dean and dean of our College of Architecture, and for the last 3 years as executive vice chancellor and Chief Academic Affairs Officer. We will certainly miss you, Kathy. We will miss your expertise. We will miss your leadership. And we will miss the way in which you care for our university and all of whom study and work here. Thank you, Kathy, for a job well done. And congratulations on retirement. I'll ask the platform party to please rise. Family and friends, please remain seated until the recessional has been completed. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings to a close the December commencement exercises at the University of Nebraska, Lincoln. University marshals, please begin the recessional.